Alright, as promised, this is Prime135 back here with Transformers The Last Night Deluxe Class Premier Edition Berserker. And this is a figure that I've been looking forward to since the first images of him came out. Like Dark of the Moon Crankcase, this guy is based on the Decepticon Dreads from Transformers Dark of the Moon. At least one of them, maybe more. We'll get to that when we get to robot mode. First up, let's take a look at the box. And got some nice box art for this guy. Nice CGI art. Some really cool red splash on there. The big, as the name would imply, the dreads. This guy's really got more of a Predator look to him than the dreads did in Dark of the Moon. Crankcase specifically had a head similar to this one, but not exactly the same. See, Decepticon Berserker. Got the nice Decepticon logo there at the top. And as with all of the other figures I've looked at so far from this line, the CAD artwork here on the back is a little bit different. It's got a lot more red on the forearms. The head is picked out in silver, unlike the actual figure. This is something I believe the Takara version is going to do. However, I am not currently planning on getting that one, so yeah. Windshields are a different color as well. On the actual figure, they are a deep blue. This is more of a brownish color. Got the crosshairs, cross cells of Bumblebee and Barricade. Another nice picture of Berserker there. Raging Destroyer. And it's an authentic Transformer. So, looking at Berserker here in vehicle mode, he is what I believe is the same model Chevy Suburban from the Transformers Dark of the Moon movie that the Dreads became. And this guy, he looks pretty good in vehicle mode. Got the Chevy logos picked out, tail lights, got the sirens picked out here on the top. For the first time in a long time, all of the windows are painted blue. Good job, Hasbro. Got a nice Decepticon logo there on the side. I'm assuming these guys are supposed to be in hiding in this movie, so not really the best decision. Take a look at that. Some nice detailing here on the front. Got the grille actually molded in, unlike the Dark of the Moon Dread mold. Unfortunately, the headlights are just this white paint here. I wish, like the windows, that they had been translucent. But hey, it's more durable at least. Rolls pretty nice if you get it on a surface with actual friction. Come down here to the bottom. Like the rest of the line so far, does have some very nice weapon storage. And yeah, now this guy is very small here in vehicle mode, very compact. He's a nice mass, unlike Barricade here, who is bigger as far as volume. As you can see, much wider, much longer. Berserker here is taller, but otherwise Barricade is much larger as far as volume. But Berserker is much more dense. He's got a nice weight to him here in this vehicle mode. It's very small, but it feels compact. Whereas Barricade has all this open space in here. Taking a look with Voyager Optimus Prime, that actually looks pretty good, honestly. Yeah, so as far as vehicle mode scale, he's really going to work better with the Voyager class Optimus Prime and Megatron than probably any of the other releases here in the line. And here he is with the design. He shares a lot of similarities with the Dark of the Moon Crankcase mold. Crankcase actually is a little bit bigger, like Barricade in vehicle mode. However, also like Barricade, he's got a lot more open space than Berserker here. He's a lot more compact, and they do weigh about the same. Crankcase is just a little bit taller. Honestly, probably about the same width. and a little bit longer. Yeah. And that's about it for vehicle mode. Well, so let's get to transforming this guy. Now this Berserker has one of those transformations that I really love from a movie toy line, because he really embodies the movie style transformations. It's not too complicated. It's kind of fiddly to get him to tab together here in vehicle mode, but just getting him in a mid-transformation pose, he looks like he's a car that's exploded and is in the process of reforming into a robot. So you want to start off here by untabbing these side panels with the taillights. Come around to the back, lift this up, this roof section up, like so. And you want to come around here to the side, untab these wheel well sections and bring them back on this gray hinge. That is something that I wish had been painted black, but it seems to be that palm plastic that really doesn't paint well. Tab that, bring that back. Come around here to the front, untab the front grille section. Alright, and then you come to the window and hood, bring those up and up back. Can finish bringing this section all the way up and over. Right, and then you want to go ahead and untab these weapons here from the bottom. Be careful with these, they are rubber, and these little hooks that they attach with are very thin. Not really rubber, I guess the PVC plastic that Hasbro likes to use on potentially sharp sections. Or breakable. Okay, then you want to come and untab the feet here from these side panels. You can see they just tab in right there, and that'll be that tab there. Tab the feet, and you can go ahead and bring the arms out, like so. Alright, and then you want to come down here to this hinge. You want to rotate the lower abdomen down, like so, while simultaneously bringing this section down as far as it will go to allow clearance to get the back nice and compressed. You can come and fold this section down, fold it down. Again, accordion that all the way back, and if you look, there are a couple of tabs out of the way there and there. It will go into these two slots here on the light bar. And that's just a matter of working that down. And that to go in. They don't really solidly tab in, that's just kind of a resting point for them. And then if you haven't already, go ahead and fold that down just to clean up the back. Alright, and now it's just a matter of getting his robot mode cleaned up. So rotate the legs, make sure these sections are still rotated down on the back. And this guy does have the digitigrade legs, so you want to rotate the, I guess, ankle section forward there, bring back the heel spur, ankle section forward, bring back the heel spur. It's just a matter of getting him standing, like so. Head is on a double ball joint, so you can't bring that, well, you can pull it off. But you can bring that forward some, then bring the arms down like so. Bring out, rotate the hands out. Rotate these panels down and around. And then just bring up these spikes here. Like the weapons, these are a softer PVC plastic, and they are on a ball joint. Just bring those up and around. Might have to undo these panels to get them up. Oh. And they can pop off, they're just on a ball joint. Get it back on. Alright. And there is Berserker in his robot mode. And I really like this guy's robot mode. As I said before, he's very evocative of the dreads from the Dark of the Moon movie. Not exactly the same. The head here is definitely reminiscent of Crankcase. However, the hands don't have that unfortunately long middle digit that Crankcase had, and that had to be rather hurriedly fixed on the deluxe figure before it shipped out to retailers. And then if you look at the torso on Crankcase, there are actually a couple of little vestigial arms here on his design that aren't present here with Berserker. So, yeah, maybe a little bit different. Maybe the same character in the film itself, I'm not sure. Taking a look at some of the detail on this guy. The whole head isn't painted silver, but it is highlighted in this silver-ish metallic paint that is almost the same color as the body. You can really see it when you get it in the light, but otherwise it kind of blends in. The head itself, I believe, is made of that softer PVC material. These hair sections definitely are. Take a look at the head. Got 8 eyes picked out in red there. Very predator-ish head sculpt. Looks really good. Come down to the arms. Got a red paint gradient there down the forearm, and then orange on the fingertips. Got the red X on his chest. Don't know what that's about. Some nice detailing here on the chest that's covered up by the little hair sections. And this gray actually is a metallic gray. It's got some metallic flake in there. Down here to the legs, got gray, black, and gray again. Got some nice gunmetal here on the feet. Got some red there on the kneecaps. I don't know if that's supposed to evoke the headlights, but that's what it looks like to me. Cleans up really good. Aside from Barricade, don't really know what happened with him, but this seems to be the line where Hasbro has mastered the car shell backpack. This guy really does compact up nicely. His hands are that softer plastic, but he can hold his weapons nicely. You can also store them here on the back. They don't really secure, but this hook can be used to attach them like so on the back kibble. And they will just kind of rest there. But, yeah, get those out of the way. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the articulation on this guy. Ball jointed shoulders. First time seeing that for the last night, as far as figures that I've taken a look at. Full 360, nice range outward. As I said, these little hooks are on a ball joint, so you can position his arms and then get these however you want them. Bicep swivel. 90 degree, a little bit more at the elbow. And I will say, if you don't like these chunks of vehicle on his forearm, unlike Barricade's rather unfortunate turtle shell, these are just tabbed in. You can pull them off if you want. I'm going to leave him on because honestly I think it looks fine. But it's an option that you have. And coming down here to the wrist, no rotation, but this guy can do the thing that I think all figures that come with a sword should be able to do. He can rotate his hand down and point his weapon. And he can't do it great. You don't get a lot of range. You can cheat it a little more if you take advantage of the rubbery nature of his hands. Just kind of rest it in there. Alright, you did this for me earlier. Yeah, like so. But if you think about it, when you swing a sword, you don't swing it straight up like this. You get no range that way. And but you swing through using your wrist. And this is something not even Masterpiece Star Saber can do. And in my opinion, it's something that all melee weapon wielding characters should be able to do. So that is something I really like on this figure. As I said before, head is on a double ball joint, so you can bring it up and back. Nice range down, nice range up. A little limited by the hair sculpting here, but it's still got a nice side to side. Because of the way he's meant to be posed, nothing really directly side to side, it's all on an angle. And I think it looks pretty good, especially for this bestial character. He's really meant to be hunched over. Nothing here at the waist, except he does kinda have an ab crunch. Guess you can count that for transformation. That's a new one for a deluxe, right? Coming down to the legs, on a ball joint here at the hips, so you do get some side to side out of that. It also does have a thigh swivel, sorry. Limited out to the side by the wheels here on the hips. Nice forward, as you'd expect with a ball joint, all the way up. And as we've come to expect from this line, limited by the kibble, unfortunately. I did think it was kind of funny that his grill and the Chevy logo ends up on his butt. With a knee from a straight out position, a pretty good bend, however that's going to be limited due to the structure of his legs. Now you can, if you want, straighten him out, bring the heel spur forward a bit, and make him a whole lot taller, but then it looks like he's standing on stilts, and I really don't like this look for it. And that's about it. Like I showed before, you can move these here, but they really meant to click into place for transformation. You can move the heel spur back and forth. I don't know of any use for that, but hey, it's a thing it can do. Now, give me just a second to get his comparisons transformed into robot mode. I will be right back. Alright, and we're back. Now, taking a look at this guy with a Voyager class figure from the Last Night line. And Prime's not really... So yeah, he's a pretty good size for a deluxe. About the size of your average deluxe Generations figure. Now, taking a look at a comparison I really want to make with this guy. Here he is with Crankcase from Transformers Dark of the Moon. And I know this one isn't 100% representative of the CGI model, but you can see there really are some differences with this guy. For example, Crankcase didn't have the digitigrade legs. Crowbar actually did. He was a little bit different design, had the big tentacle-y things coming off of his back. Crankcase has little vestigial arms on his chest. This guy doesn't. Take these off. Crankcase had the, as I said before, unfortunately placed middle digit that this guy doesn't have. Now that could be Hasbro making changes. I don't know. This guy has, if you look at his hands, 2 thumbs. Crankcase does not. He has 1 thumb. And this really shows something that I think we're going to see a lot in this movie. These Decepticons are broken, they're battered, they've had to rebuild themselves. We've got characters that are combinations of Shockwave and some of the drones from Age of Extinction. We've got a character that looks like he's primarily made up of one of the Constructicons. We've got Hooligan, who is Crowbar from Dark of the Moon, with a different vehicle mode and without the digitigrade legs that this guy seems to have. We don't know if Berserker will be... We, once again, don't know for sure that Berserker will be in the film, but it's certainly possible. So this is... The Decepticons in this film seem to be broken. They seem to be not doing very well. Taking a look at Berserker with another Decepticon from this film. Here he is with Barricade. And yeah, he's a bit taller than Barricade, even though Barricade was quite a bit bigger in vehicle mode. Berserker is definitely the bigger one in robot mode. And yeah, that's really the money shot I'm going for, the ensemble. This line has something that I haven't seen in a Transformers movie line in a long time. It has love. It has effort. It looks like the designers really tried when they were working on this line. Even Barricade, who has this giant turtle shell on his back, he's just a fun figure. He's enjoyable to go back and forth between modes. Berserker, even though he's complex, he's very rewarding. All-around solid figure. The backpack compresses very nicely. Very little kibble in both modes, especially considering the amount of carg he's got on his back. Now this about does it for my Wave 1 coverage. I am going to get Grimlock, but I have no desire to get that Bumblebee. It's just a repaint of the Age of Extinction mold that I got the very well painted 5-pack version of back in 2014. There is a Wave 3 Bumblebee coming that's going to be a completely new mold based on his new Camaro design for The Last Night. And once again, Slash is just a repaint. Not only is he just a repaint, he's a repaint that's not going to be in the movie. I never got the Age of Extinction Grimlock mold, so that's something I really want to take a look at. I'll probably get that guy on Thursday or Friday. I'll try to get a video up this weekend. And yeah, if this is something that you've enjoyed, if this is something you want to see me keep doing, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. I've tried to shoot videos before and it just kind of tapers off. This time I'm really going to try to stick to it. Maybe put one out on Monday, put one out on Saturday. We'll see how it goes. I don't get a ton of new figures, but I do get, like this first wave of Last Night figures, little spurts of new figures. Probably take a look at some of my favorites from my collection there in between. Until next time, this is Prime135 signing off.